Hello everyone, in today's video I will showcase a very strong Charizard double water team which becomes unstoppable when you give shield and energy advantage to Shadow Charizard. I was able to get 20 win 5 loss score in 5 sets with this team in Great League. So let's get into the battles and check out this team in action. So first battle we have Swampert versus Clarily, a very bad matchup. Clarily is a core breaker to our whole team. So we are gonna play this matchup out with Swampert. We are gonna shield this first move and we will throw Hydro Cannon as bait, hoping that opponent shields, which opponent does. So now we are gonna go straight for the Earthquake. This will do massive damage onto the Cradily as it has Rock and Grass typing, which takes neutral damage from Earthquake. Now we are gonna no shield our Swampert and then we will come in with our Charizard and fully farm down this Cradily. Opponent comes in with Medicham, which is not a very good response to Charizard, which tells me that there is something in the back weak to Charizard, which proves my point that give energy advantage and shield advantage to Charizard and it will sweep teams for you. So here opponent's final Pokemon is Skarmory. I'm gonna build back-to-back Blast One, throw this Blast One to one-shot the Skarmory, and then we will throw this Blast One to one-shot Medicham for the win. GG's. Next battle we have Swampert versus Lickitung. This is again a very bad matchup as Lickitung has access to Power Whip, which will one-shot my Swampert. So here the goal should be to shield Power Whip. I'm gonna call this move because there were a lot of people which baited me with Body Slam, but this opponent is not baiting. So we're gonna come in with our Wolverine. Like this is a tough matchup for tough situation for us, but it's still winnable. So we're gonna throw Icicle Spell, and now it is in Charizard's farm down range. So we're gonna no shield again, give our shields and energy, and we will try to get energy advantage onto our Charizard. So let's see what opponent decides to come in with. Opponent comes in with Medicham. Again, it gives me the signal that something in the bag is weak to Charizard or it does not want to take Charizard's energy. So I'm gonna throw Dragon Claw. Opponent shields, which is a good bait on my part, and opponent's final Pokemon is Ninetales and opponent surrenders. GG's. Next battle we have Swampert versus Politoed. So this is a bad matchup for us as Politoed's Weather Ball will do neutral damage and our Hydro Cannons are resisted. I'm gonna go straight for the Earthquake, and if opponent shields, then this matchup is no hope for Swampert. There's no way Swampert can win. I'm gonna switch into my Wolverine, and now I will try to throw this Earthquake before Politoed gets to a move, but a Politoed gets to a move. So I'm gonna no shield this. If it's Earthquake, so be it. I'm gonna give my shields to my Charizard. As I said, shield advantage to Charizard. So opponent no shields the Earthquake and Politoed goes down. I'm gonna throw this Icicle Spear onto the Talonflame shields. I'm gonna no shield this move, and then I will come in with my Charizard. I will come in with my Charizard, and now I will shield this move. It could potentially be a Brave Bird which will one-shot my Charizard, and after that I will keep farming, and then I will just farm down this Talonflame and have two Blast Wands loaded for the final one, because two Blast Wands, even Bastiodon does not doesn't like to hit with two Blast Wands from Charizard. Two Blast Wand KOs Bastiodon. So yeah, we are gonna throw back-to-back blast Wands onto this Swampert for the win. GG's. Next battle we have Swampert mirror matchup. So in this matchup, I will say in Swampert is bad for my Charizard, but I just have to do chip damage here, and I can just let my Swampert go down. I'm gonna no shield all the moves. I will like this when I use this team. I just keep one thing in. I kept one thing in my mind that give energy advantage and shield advantage to Charizard. It will sweep teams. So I'm gonna let go of my Swampert. I will come in with my Wolverine. Wolverine resists Hydro Cannon, and here Swampert has to throw Earthquake. And Wolverine can survive one Earthquake. And now we will farm down the Swampert and have an Earthquake loaded for the next one, which is an Azumarill, which resists all charge moves from our Charizard, which is very bad for us. So I'm gonna shield this move, and I will try to land one Earthquake on this Azumarill so that one Blast One from Charizard can KO this. So Earthquake does decent damage onto the Azumarill. I will switch out to my Charizard right away. I will shield this move, and now opponent will try to catch a move, which he does, because if he wouldn't have tried, then I would have just straight gone for my Blast One and knocked out the Azumarill. So now we can throw back-to-back Blast One to KO the Sableye, and now to KO the Azumarill. GG's. Next battle we have Swampert versus Charizard. Good matchup for us. Opponent switches into Venusaur. I'm gonna come in with my Charizard, and here I will one shield and fully farm down this Venusaur. So Venusaur goes for the Sludge Bomb, and if you don't shield Sludge Bomb, Venusaur can win the switch, and I have realized it because once I didn't shield that. So here Frenzy Plant does a lot of damage. Opponent comes in with Swampert. I'm gonna go straight for the Dragon Claw. We have 3 Dragon Claws, and 2 Dragon Claws KO Swampert, which means this Dragon Claw can even force a shield, and if opponent does not shield this Dragon Claw, then it will KO Swampert. And Charizard is a Swampert counter confirmed. Opponent comes in with his Charizard. I'm gonna shield this move because same rule goes for me. I will throw back-to-back Hydro Cannons to win the game. So we're gonna throw first Hydro Cannon. It goes shielded, and now we can throw this Hydro Cannon to win the game. GG's. Next battle we have Swampert versus Scrafty. So in this matchup, 2 Hydro Cannons from Swampert KOs Scrafty. So I'm not gonna shield any move. I will throw 2 Hydro Cannons. If opponent shields, then I won't shield. If opponent shields, then it's good for the opponent. I will just one shield. I will just give one shield to my Charizard and farm down the Scrafty. I will throw another Hydro Cannon. Opponent shields the first Hydro Cannon, and I think I won't be able to get to like next Hydro Cannon. Yeah. Now I can come in with my Charizard, and now this could be a foul play which will almost one-shot my Charizard. So I have to shield this move, and now I will farm down this Scrafty and have a Blast Burn loaded for the next mon. Opponent comes in with Noctowl, and one Blast Burn from Charizard KOs Noctowl. I'm gonna throw this Blast Burn onto the CMP tire to maximize my energy. You have to like manage energy very well to win Charizard. So here I'm gonna throw another Blast Burn which will one-shot this Noctowl, and now this Blast Burn will one-shot Swampert. Stunfisk for the win. GG's. So again a Charizard sweep. GG's. Next battle we have Swampert versus Scrafty again. So we will play out the same matchup. You don't have to go Earthquake because one Earthquake does not KO, and you will have to throw one more Hydro Cannon. Anyways, here opponent catches the move on Revenant, which is fine. I can come in with my Charizard and shield once. I think it's a Shadow Ball, so I'm gonna shield this move, and it was a Shadow Ball, which was a really good shield by me. And opponent lets go of his, and we farm down the Draven, and opponent comes in with Ninetales. We are gonna bait with Dragon Claw, and now we will go straight for the Blast One. This will either force Final Shield or take out the Ninetales. Opponent shields the move, and here I will come in with my Voldean. Yeah. And now I think I shield. Yeah, I shield this move because Dazzling Gleam does a lot of damage. Opponent comes in with his Scrafty, and here I'm gonna throw this Icicle Spear, and after this I will switch into my Swampert and throw this Hydro Cannon. This Hydro Cannon will take out Scrafty, and now opponent comes in with Ninetales, and we get to a Hydro Cannon with our Swampert with 1 HP and a Dream, which will do decent damage onto the Ninetales, and now we can farm down this Ninetales with our Voldean for the win. GG's. Next battle we have Swampert versus Shadow Swampert. Mirror matchup. We are gonna no shield this move. We can survive on Hydro easy, and we will try to throw back-to-back Hydro Cannons. Opponent switches to Noctowl, and it is a good matchup for the Voldean. We are gonna no shield this move, and then we will throw our Icicle Spear just before Noctowl gets to a move. This move won't force a shield. Yeah, Noctowl easily survives, and now we will CMP tie on the Sky Attack, and opponent is shielded. That's why shielding the move, and now we can also shield this move and farm down this Noctowl and have a move loaded for Swampert, because Swampert takes neutral damage from Icicle Spear. So that's why opponent is coming in with Frostlash, because Frostlash resists Icicle Spear. I'm gonna throw Earthquake and then switch it to my Swampert to throw Earthquake to do some damage. Here Frostlash throws a move because my Swampert could have gotten to a Hydro Cannon, and now I can come in with my Charizard, farm down this Frostlash and throw Dragon Claws onto the Swampert. That's why opponent decided to surrender. GG's. Next battle we have Swampert versus Jellicent. a very bad mon to see for our team. Jellicent beats Swampert, Walrein, and Charizard. So it's very tough. So we are gonna throw this Hydro Cannon, and hope that opponent does not shield. Which opponent decided to no shield, which is really good for me. I can let this move go through. It was a surf, and let my Swampert go down. And now I will come in with my Charizard, farm down this Jellicent, and let's see what opponent decides to do. Opponent is coming in with Dugong, so two Blast Burns Chaos Dugong. So I'm gonna throw this first blast one, opponent shields, and now I will catch the icy wind onto my Wolverine. Opponent is staying in this matchup, so here I'm gonna build more energy, and opponent I think will go for Zillion. Yeah, Zillion does neutral damage, and since opponent is not switching out, I think there is something in the back which is weak to my Wolverine. So I'm gonna throw this Earthquake, and opponent shields the move. So here I think I will shield this move as well, because so that I can throw this Earthquake. Or yeah, I can throw this Earthquake. This will do a decent amount of damage, and after this I can farm down this Dugong with my Charizard. So opponent switches out to Sand Slash. We switch out to Charizard, throw the Blast Burn, and Blast Burn one shot Sand Slash, and now we can farm down this Dugong for the win. GG's. So again, a Charizard sweep. Next battle we have Swampert versus Sand Slash. So this is a good matchup for us. And Swampert we can survive one move, and Sand Slash does not appreciate one Hydro Cannon damage. Opponent switches out to Azumarill, and since we don't have a hard response to this Azumarill, we are gonna throw one Earthquake. Opponent no shields, and then we will catch the Ice Beam onto our Wolverine. And here, this scenario is looking really good for us. We can no shield this player off if it is a player off, yeah, and then we can throw Earthquake. Yeah, we can throw this Earthquake which gets shielded, and now opponent goes for a move. We can shield this move and try to win switch, but we don't need switch, because at this point Azumarill is in farm down range with our Charizard, but we will come in with our Swampert, throw this Hydro Cannon. This Hydro Cannon will KO this Azu, and now opponent comes in with Altaria, and here I am hoping that I can throw 3 Dragon Claws to KO this Altaria. We go for the first Dragon Claw, and now opponent goes for a move. I'm gonna shield this move because Swampert does not like Altaria, as Altaria resists water type moves from Swampert. So here I'm gonna let this move go through and hope that my Swampert can win the game, because my Swampert has a lot of energy. I'm gonna throw this Hydro Cannon just before Sand Slash gets to a move, and opponent shields, which is really good for me because Altaria is in a Hydro Cannon range. I'm gonna shield this move, and then I will get to 100 energy. I will throw this Hydro Cannon which will knock out Sand Slash, and now I will go for the Hydro Cannon which will KO this Altaria for the win. So a very tough matchup in the end, but we prevailed. So GG's. Next battle we have Swampert versus Noctowl. This is not a good matchup for regular Swampert, because 2 Hydro Cannons does not KO Noctowl, but 2 Hydro Cannons plus some Mud Shot damage from Shadow Swampert KOs Noctowl. So we are gonna no shield this move, and we will try. We will like hope that opponent makes a mistake, which I will explain in a bit. So here opponent goes straight for the sky attack. He could have done like one more wing attack, so that opponent could have gotten to a sky attack against this Charizard, which he didn't get to. So here I'm gonna throw Dragon Claws onto this Swampert. I have like one shield, I think. Oh yeah, we have same shield. So in same shields, I'm gonna go straight for the Dragon Claws. I will shield this Hydro Cannon. I will shield all the Hydro Cannons, and then I might even catch the next Hydro Cannon on my Wolverine. I'm gonna throw another Dragon Claw, which will do some chip damage on this Swampert, and now I will catch the move on my Wolverine and save one shield for whatever opponent has in the back. Opponent comes in with his Sableye, and at this point even Wolverine can win the game, as Wolverine Icicle Spears from Wolverine, 2 Icicle Spears from Wolverine will KO this Sableye. I'm gonna no shield this move even if it's a return, and opponent goes for the foul play, and now I can come in with my Charizard, and here I can shield this move, farm down this Sableye, and have a move loaded for Swampert, because Swampert has a move, and here it is a CMP tie win for me. GG's. If Charizard didn't have a move, so Swampert could have thrown his Hydro Cannon for the win. So yeah, GG's. Next battle we have Swampert versus Sableye. So in this matchup, Sableye gets to its Sableye get 12 Shadow Claws from Sableye. What am I saying? Uh, two sha- uh, two foul plays of Sableye is equal to one Hydro Cannon and one Earthquake of Swampert. So here we are gonna throw Earthquake onto the Registeel. Opponent catches a move, and now we will throw Hydro Cannon just before the Registeel can make it to a move. So yeah. And now opponent comes in with his Sableye. I'm gonna throw this Hydro Cannon, which will do massive damage on this Swamp. Sableye. That's why Sableye decided to shield, and it is throwing its move, which is really good for us. As now I can come in with my Walrein. Charizard does not like Shadow Claw damage, so yeah, that's why I'm gonna come in with my Walrein. Opponent goes for the return. I'm gonna throw this Icicle Spear just before Sableye makes it to a move, which will almost KO the which will almost KO the Sableye. And opponent's final Pokemon is Sand Slash. We can shield this move, and after that we can throw this Blast Burn, and then we can farm down the Sableye for the win. GG's. Opponent surrenders. Next battle we have Swampert versus Noctowl. Again, we're gonna throw. We will do the same thing again. We are gonna throw this Hydro Cannon, which does decent damage. We will throw another Hydro Cannon, but Noctowl gets to a move. So we will no shield every move. The main point of this, in this, usually I do is that throw two Hydro Cannons, which goes unshielded, and I no shield every move. So after this, we come in with our Charizard, farm down this Noctowl, and have a Dragon Claw loaded. Opponent comes in with his Swampert, and we will throw Dragon Claw on CMP tie against Swampert because Charizard wins CMP tie. And here I will shield this move, and after that we can throw one more Dragon Claw almost on the CMP die, but opponent decided not to CMP die. We are gonna throw this Dragon Claw, which forces final shield, and now we can throw this Dragon Claw right away to KO the Swampert. Oh, opponent has the shield, so it doesn't matter. We can shield this move as well, and now I think we either catch a move or we CMP die on the Dragon Claw. So we CMP die on the Dragon Claw. This move will KO this Swampert, and after that, opponent's final Pokemon is Surfetch, which is really bad for my Walrein. So I'm gonna go for Dragon Claw, and after that, I hope that we can farm down the Surfetch with Charizard for the win. GG's. Next battle we have Swampert versus Blaziken, which is not a good matchup for Swampert. It is a neutral matchup, but opponent switches out to Dugong, which is Dugong is not a good Pokemon for this team, but we can still play around with this team. So we're gonna no shield this move. Opponent shields the Earthquake. We will try to catch the Icy Wind on our Walrein, but opponent did not throw it right away, but throws right after some time. Yeah, I think opponent will go for Drill. No, opponent goes for Icy Wind, and now comes in with his Blaziken. So here I'm gonna throw this Earthquake. It will do massive damage on Blaziken, but opponent shields the move, and here I will go for Earthquake again, and opponent does not have any shield. So here we're gonna let this move go through, and then we will come in with our Charizard, farm down this Blaziken, and then with one blast, and opponent's final Pokemon is Lantern, which is tough for me. So winning this is gonna be tough, but I will use my mind to win, to try to win this game. So here I'm gonna throw this Earthquake on this Dugong, and now if Dugong gets to a move, I will have, which it does not get to a move. I'm gonna throw this Hydro Cannon, and after this we will try to make it to an Earthquake to win the game. We have one shield which we can use, and now we just have to hope that we can survive the spark damage to get to this Earthquake for the win. GG. So it was a tough battle, as we saw Lantern in the bag, which is always very bad to see, but we prevailed. So yeah, all well that ends well. So yeah, thanks everyone for watching. If you enjoyed the content, definitely consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel, and I will see you in the next video.